weather.com.
Well, it's time now for a break from all those headlines to get a first look at your forecast.
And meteorologist Hannah Ronner joins us now. And Hannah, how is our weekend weather shaping up?
Well, honestly, if today was a little bit on the cool side for you, the weekend is going to be gradually warming. We'll be back in the low 80s for Sunday and Monday before another intense cold front is going to be rolling through, giving us very cool weather where high temperatures will only be in the 60s. So 80s turn to 60s in just a matter of 24 hours. But taking a live look over the ocean right now, it is cool outside, only in the low 70s, but some people still able to make it a pretty nice beach day. Waves are just a little bit higher than normal, and the ocean is cooling off. It's only in the low 70s right now, but there were still some swimmers out there. Checking out radar, dry. We don't even have any clouds in the sky right now. The temperatures, though, they are cool. Florence is the warm spot at 74, lower 70s for the Grand Strand. Kind of similar to where we were yesterday, mainly inland, but the Grand Strand, especially in Myrtle Beach, should be feeling a little bit cooler compared to yesterday evening. 4 degrees cooler currently. In high school football for tonight, clear conditions, but you need to have a jacket. When we're kicking off, we're going to be in the mid 60s, but we're all going to be in the 50s by the time the game is wrapping up. 59 at 11 p.m. for the beaches, even cooler for inland, down to 54. I have more details on your weekend forecast coming up later.
Number 13 real-time radar, sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
It is currently 4:19 and we're taking a live look over Garden City. Not a cloud in the sky. Honestly, a very nice fall-like day. Temperatures were very cold this morning, though. We were waking up 10 degrees below average. North Myrtle Beach saw a low temperature of 47 degrees. Degree cooler in Florence, but I mean, technically almost in the 30s in Lumberton, down to 41 degrees early this morning. The coolest temperatures that we've seen since the springtime back on April 23rd. And it's going to be even colder for a couple of nights as we head into next week. But again, the weekend is honestly going to be very mild. Again, we'll be back in the 80s briefly for a couple of days. Looking out across the southeast, nice calm conditions. Of course, we know we had havoc from Hurricane Helene and then Milton, so at least we're seeing mostly dry and calm conditions across the southeast. Our viewing area, not a cloud in the sky, so of course we're not seeing any rain right now on radar. And those clear conditions will be staying in place as we head into the overnight hours, and nice weather for the weekend as well. It's still on the chilly side for tonight and below average for this time of year, but not as cold as what it was this morning. And it is going to be a warmer afternoon. Temperatures bumping at least 3 to 4 degrees for tomorrow afternoon, and then the 80s around on Sunday and Monday, which is Columbus Day. And then a cold front is going to change things up by Tuesday. The future cast for this evening, again, we're going to have nice clear conditions, but with high school football and the temperatures will be cooling off very quickly since skies are going to be clear. So you need to bundle up, have a jacket, even a light blanket if you're sitting on those cold metal bleachers. But overall, it is going to be a great evening for those high school football games. Tomorrow morning, a little bit on the cool side, but the evening gives way to a lot more sunshine. The winds are going to be turning around, so that's why we'll be bumping up a couple of degrees for Saturday, Sunday, and then temperatures peaking on Monday before we begin to cool down. Again, that cold front's going to move through by the mid to late morning for our viewing area on Monday. Again, cooler weather back behind the front. That's going to be moving down to the south. And we go from 80s on Monday to highs just in the 60s. So we're taking a 10 to 12 degree hit from Monday afternoon to Tuesday. We can see that right here for the beaches. Mid 70s for tomorrow, upper 70s on Sunday. Again, peaking on Monday, 82 Columbus Day. A lot of sunshine. It is going to be a beautiful day, but we're going to take a big hit down to just 68 on Tuesday, and technically even cooler on Wednesday, 64. So you can bet that your overnight low temperatures are going to be brutal. Lower 40s for portions of inland. A couple of models even going as low as 39 degrees waking up for Thursday morning. Inland tomorrow, expect 78, 82 for both Sunday and Monday, but again, dropping down to just 68. Tracking the tropics now, the latest, we do still have Tropical Storm Leslie. You can't even really see it right now because there is no thunderstorms associated with this center of circulation, but nonetheless, Leslie is hanging on, barely. It is a very weak tropical storm with winds of 50 miles per hour. Leslie is still expected to be around all throughout the weekend with tropical storm conditions, but again, this is staying out to sea. It is expected to become a tropical depression by early Monday morning. And then elsewhere, we will be watching a wave off the coast of Africa that now has a 50% chance of developing, in the National Hurricane Center already reporting tropical storm force winds. So we could see a brief system there. But again, that is, again, brief and staying out to sea. So at least we are calm in terms of the tropics, and we can focus on our fall weather.
It definitely feels like it this morning. I went out and I was like, it's chilly out here. So it feels like fall.
But
it does.
Yeah, it did warm up, and it's absolutely gorgeous outside right now. So.
It is, and it's going to be a couple of degrees warmer for both Saturday and Sunday. So the 80s, brief little springtime feel before we cool right back down.
All right, Hannah, thanks
All right.
so much. Well, it's going to
Sports Sync Injury Lawyers.
And current conditions across the Grand Strand are looking very nice as we head into the overnight hours. Clear skies, but that means temperatures are going to be falling very quickly. It is going to be equally as cold as what it was this morning, if not just off by 1 or 2 degrees. Not a noticeable difference, but tomorrow afternoon will be in the mid to upper 70s. The radar's been looping for the past 3 hours, and of course we don't have any clouds out there to produce any rain, so radar is going to be dry all weekend as well. Perfectly sunny conditions sticking around. The temperatures are currently 70 to 72. Kingstree is the first to cool off into the 60s, currently 68 degrees there right now. But temperatures are very similar to where we were at this time yesterday. High school football, clear conditions, but when games are wrapping up, we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s, so bundle up.
With Viper 13 real-time radar, sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
And it was definitely a chilly start to your Friday. In fact, it was the lowest temperatures that we've seen in 6 months. Since April 23rd was the last time North Myrtle Beach was waking up to 47 degrees. It was 46 in Florence this morning. Lumberton, the coldest, at just 41 degrees. And it's only going to be a couple of degrees warmer for tonight. Not the most noticeable difference. So definitely on the chilly side, you need the jackets if you're hitting the town for tonight or heading to high school football. However, the rest of the weekend, we are gradually warming each day. We're going to see those 80s as soon as Sunday for inland, and then everybody's going to be experiencing them on Monday before a major cool down, of course, on Tuesday. So looking at the futurecast, Saturday morning is looking clear. Again, it will be a cool start for your Saturday, but the afternoon is going to be a little bit warmer. The evening is looking nice and clear. We are going to have winds out of the south to help with those more mild conditions. Those stick around for Tuesday and Monday. Monday is also Columbus Day, but then we're going to have this cold front shaking things up for our weather. Major cool down back behind it. A lot of frigid air will be rushing in. The mountains are probably going to be down in the 30s with this system. It's not going to be as cold here, but regardless, it is going to be a noticeable difference from Monday afternoon to Tuesday afternoon, likely looking on the order of 12 to 15 degrees. So a big hit for those temperatures, but at least the weekend is going to be more on the mild side. Those lows for tonight staying well below average, more than 10 degrees below average for Florence, low to mid 40s across the board, and for the border belt, the Grand Strand a little bit warmer, down to just 50 for tonight. And then looking ahead to each of the following afternoons, Saturday 75, upper 70s on Sunday, warm 80s on Monday, and then that cold front is going to take temperatures way down to the upper 60s, and we're actually going to keep cooling on Wednesday. We'll only be in the mid 60s. For inland, upper 70s tomorrow, lower 80s for both Sunday and Monday. Temperatures take a hit, and it is going to be very fall-like on Tuesday and Wednesday, with those overnight low temperatures again down in the lower 40s. One model was even going 39 for Lumberton on Thursday night. Looking ahead to the tropics now, we have one named storm, thankfully. It is just Leslie, a very weak tropical storm with winds only at 50 miles per hour. There is a wave off the coast of Africa, though. It does have a medium chance for developing into a tropical depression, but it doesn't seem like it is going to get stronger than that, even though it is going to keep heading directly to the west. So we'll keep watching that, but we're not expecting major development from that. At the beaches, winds northwest at 5 to 10, waves at 1 to 3 feet, moderate rip current risk in effect for tomorrow. The 3-degree guarantee. Today's forecast was 75 from Scotty yesterday. We got to 74, so it was a good forecast, and we are going to get a donation from Wyman and Callie Wise at State Farm for the North Strand Helping Hand, meaning we are now up to a total of $300 for this month. Your 7-day forecast, we're looking good through the weekend. A lot of sunshine, no rain across the board. But as a reminder, that big cool down will be on Tuesday. Those temperatures back in the 40s.
So you better hit the beach this weekend.
Get it in.
Yeah,
Yes.
those
Go ahead
80s
and
will
get it
feel
in.
good.
Yeah, she'll be there.
I know that I will.